have a great episode of Colts Talk planned for you. Billy Beebe back with you. Colts fans, it is the offseason. That means excitement. That means what ifs. That means fun on the channel here on Chat Sports. Colts Talk brand new to the scene, which is why we want to get to know you guys better before we get our video going today. Fill in the blank in the comment section below. I want to hear from Colts fans, learn more about Colts fans, and the people following this channel and interacting with this channel. Fill in the blank. I've been a Colts fan since. You can put birth, you can put a year, you can put a moment if you want. Fill it in and get into the comment section down below. We are talking A.J. Brown to the Colts. That is our discussion today on Colts Talk. That is what we are talking about. A tough end to the Philadelphia Eagles season and a tough scene for A.J. Brown on the sideline during that game. We'll get to that. And it all leads to, should the Eagles trade A.J. Brown? Does A.J. Brown want out? What's the situation? And what teams are suitors for A.J. Brown this offseason? Let's start here. Adam Schefter confirming that it is a possibility that Brown could be traded. There's a lot that goes into it, which of course we will get it all explained for you here today. There's been enough noise around that with him wanting out. There's been enough focus and attention in that area. I think it would be a surprise if there weren't talks to see, okay, what could he bring back? And of course, this was the scene in a loss to the San Francisco 49ers. And I will say, this is just the latest scene. Brown always seems upset at Jalen Hurts, at Nick Sirianni. And in his defense of being upset and having that situation, that offense is a hard watch this year and at points during years past. The Eagles have had a real offensive coordinator situation since Shane Steichen left. A little bit of Kellen Moore in there, and Kellen Moore did well. Let's take a look at Brown this past season. Good stuff, guys. You look at everything he's done, not many drops. Once again, over 1,000 yards receiving. In the past, he's had that 1,400-yard mark. Mark down that 2022 year. We'll get deeper into that one in just a second. He's been reliable. He's been consistent. He has been a superstar at the wide receiver position. And I will add, that is with another very good wide receiver and Saquon Barkley. It's tough to be a 1,000-yard receiver every single year when you have other good offensive weapons to kind of share the spotlight with. Maybe that's why the sideline tantrums happen, because you got to get a little extra. Now, the reason I believe the Colts get involved, the reason I believe maybe the Colts should get involved, why it would work in Indianapolis, Shane Steichen. Brown and Steichen have a connection. That 2022 Eagles team, they went to the Super Bowl. They lost the Super Bowl. It was Brown and Steichen. He had Shane Steichen as his offensive coordinator. And as I said, the Eagles have kind of struggled to get consistency again since that 21 and 22 year for Steichen at that offensive coordinator role. It got him the job with the Colts, and Brown had a monster year for the Eagles. That was his first year with Philadelphia. Steichen took him to new heights. 88 catches, over 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, 17 yards per catch. Come on. The numbers speak for themselves. The star power speaks for itself, and the connection with Shane Steichen, of course, is there. Now, there's other aspects to this that we got to get into in just a second. However, Colts fans, we brought you a brand new channel here at Chat Sports. Want you to subscribe. We want you to be a part of it. It's going to be a busy offseason, trades, mock drafts, signings, cuts. You got to keep that in mind. Also, be sure you hit that sub button to stay up to date. And on our next video, we will shout out our recent subs so you could see yourself in that graphic. My thought, Colts should do it. I really believe the Colts should do it. And look, it's going to take a lot of work. I will say that. I will preface that. I like A.J. Brown. I think he's got swagger. You keep seeing these pictures we're throwing up. I mean, come on. The aura is there, and you're just looking at a still shot on YouTube. It's very cool. The numbers are there, and the connection with Shane Steichen is there. The big thing for me, and I've thought this for a while now, Colts don't have a number one. I'm sorry. They don't. They're heading into the offseason thinking about maybe kind of should they bring Alec Pierce back. That was your leading receiver last season, was Alec Pierce. So that kind of should tell you a little bit about what your wide receiver situation is. Brown, again, has been a monster for the Eagles since he got there. He was good in Tennessee, too, of course, also. But he's been a monster for the Eagles. He's been a number one wide receiver. And like I said, you also have Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley and, all that. And he still comes away with really good numbers. For the Colts, they were good enough at the wide receiver position, good enough to have all these targets. If it came down to letting Pierce walk and bringing Brown in at that role, you're getting probably 200, 300, maybe 400 more yards than Alec Pierce had, touchdowns, and obviously other receivers can eat because of what A.J. Brown can bring. You see Devontae Smith, even Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert and all these guys for the Eagles doing good things. I like what the Colts have at wide receiver. I don't think any of the guys you're looking at right there are true number ones right now. The biggest question, the looming question I have, and I think you should consider this also. We're going to ask you guys a question here in just a second. Can the Colts pull it off? Can Chris Ballard, Howie Roseman, A.J. Brown, Carly Ursay-Gordon, can they all make it happen? Because as I said earlier, this bad boy is not one of the easiest deals, just swaps and players and picks. There's a lot that's going to have to go into this. And there are other suitors, like I said, bigger teams. They're going to have the same issue acquiring A.J. Brown to their team, whether it be, I don't care if it's the Patriots or the Chargers or, any other team interested in A.J. Brown. Why? His contract and situation with the Eagles is a both confusing one and deadly one, to be honest with you. The Eagles take a huge hit, whether they cut him, you see that pre-6-1 trade deadline there, whether they trade him before or after that move there, they take on a huge hit. You see their savings? Yeah, you're not supposed to have that negative in front of your savings. They're going to lose a lot of money because of some of the stuff they've done up front, because of how the contract is set up right now. The Eagles are going to take a huge loss trading A.J. Brown. The benefit for them is to get off this contract because in the future, it's a bad contract also. I don't want to say bad. You don't know how he'll perform, but it's a tough contract in the future. More incentives, more money, more years going into 2029. And that's where it could hurt the Colts, right? They take on that into the future money, big numbers, big incentives to go with A.J. Brown. I also want to note with this right here, you see like the dead cap and the cap hit and the money the Eagles have to take on trading him. That's why it's going to be difficult. If you wanted to say trade Michael Pittman in this trade for A.J. Brown, well, now the Eagles are taking on that Brown money loss and the Michael Pittman money. So then you're just talking, well, let's trade picks. You don't have a first rounder. Like I said, I want the deal to happen. It's going to be very difficult to get done, but we wanted to have that discussion with you guys on the channel today. This discussion is now in your hands. What do you think? Should the Colts trade for A.J. Brown? Do you think they need a number one? Do they need Brown to be that number one? Simple enough. This will be our pinned comment. Get into the comment section down below. Type Y for yes, they should trade for A.J. Brown. Type N for no. Finishing out, do want to let you guys know the best thing you can do to help us on the channel. More content, more videos, more time spent talking Colts. Best thing you can do is hit that sub button. And the guys up top here at Chat Sports, they'll see it. They'll see the numbers go up, and we'll get more content on the Indianapolis Colts headed your way.